Hi everyone, this is Francisco, and in this video I just wanted to talk about homeless people again. Because there was a man that was walking around, and I guess he had a screwdriver and scared one of my mom's friends at a store, and she was very terrified and afraid. And she even said that the same man scared another family at like a restaurant where they went to, and I guess they got so scared that they ran away. And I was basically telling her that it is possible that that they allow people like this to be out there on the streets, because it practically benefits law enforcement. Because if they're out there and they don't have any money, they're not working, eventually they may steal, they may break into vehicles, they may even threaten people for their lives. They may scare them and demand money. So I think that these other organizations really need to crack down on all this and send these people to some form of institution, a rehabilitation center, or even a medical facility. Because like I said before, there could be the possibility of these people also getting bullied and mistreated, and that's just not right for them to be out there like that. In public streets, because it affects everyone. People that see this, people that witness this, people that are around this. It's just not fair to them and their families. So, I don't think that it should be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed, because when someone goes to any type of business or even a grocery store, and if someone doesn't have a shirt on, they could be told not to go in. They could be told that it's against their policy or policies or whatever to enter the store without a t-shirt. And they enforce these laws against people. And I'm just wondering why certain laws are not getting enforced regarding all this homelessness that's going on around us. So yeah, I think that it benefits law enforcement, because if these people commit a crime, which they most likely will end up doing, there's like a 90% chance that they will commit a crime. at any given time. So they could be released on purpose just so that law enforcement can have something to do. So they could get called. For like over a burglary or someone trying to steal a vehicle or vandalizing a vehicle or home like a home invasion, or these people going into homes or whatever. So there's a lot of stuff, even them going into a store and stealing stuff. That's a high chance that stuff like that will happen. So I think that someone out there is allowing these people to go out, and that's not right for everyone. So I think that if these people don't have an address of residency somewhere where they're living at, and they can't provide proof of that, I think that they should be sent to some type of homeless shelter. And I'm thinking about like a building of some sort where they could buy food there, where they can get free food, where they can go outside in a gated community so they could be protected, and so that they won't be on the streets sleeping on the sidewalks and begging for money and stuff like that. And I just told her, like, why is that guy carrying around a screwdriver or whatever? And she said because he has mental issues, he has mental problems or whatever. So that's not right for the American people to be treating other Americans in this fashion. They are defenseless people, and they're out there on the street, and they don't know how to fight for their rights. They don't understand certain things. So I believe with AI technology, a lot of this stuff could get cracked down on. I think that AI technology could enforce the law when it comes to these matters, all the way up to the companies that could house these people, and the organizations that get the support and the funds to keep these people within these facilities. And like I stated before, unless they can show some form of improvement, and if they're willing to go to work, then maybe they can get released and they could get released and sent to one of their family members' homes or whatever. But if they're living on the streets, I don't think that they should be out there, because a lot of homeless people get robbed. A lot of homeless people get what's the word? I don't know, like bullied and stuff like that. and belittled. They get bullied and stuff like that. So it's not safe for them to be out there. And this will also prevent people from lying, because who knows if some of these people have money but they're just out there pretending like they're homeless because they know that they can make a certain amount of money from bypassers, people that are walking by or whatever, that feel sorry for them, just by sitting down pretending like they're poor. But I don't know. Like, I really don't know what's really going on. But I just hope that you people out there can somehow have AI technology figure this stuff out, and obviously immediately taking these people to some form of institution, facility, where they can get the care that they desperately need. But other than that, I look at it like there's insurance companies, and then there's other companies that I think they're called brokers, that evaluate like fraud and insurance companies, and stuff like that. It says a broker is an individual or firm that acts as an intermediary, facilitating transactions between buyers and sellers, often for fee or commission. Brokers operate across various industries, including finance, real estate, and insurance. Well, anyways, there's a company out there that prevents like fraud and stuff like that, and people that want to cheat the system. So, like I'm saying, if they're sending people that are broke and that have mental problems out on the streets, the likelihood of them committing a crime is high. So why keep people like that out there, where they're scaring children and other people that are taxpayers, that are paying their taxes, so that stuff like this won't happen to them and other people? Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And I don't understand everything regarding these matters, but as far as I'm concerned, that's what the taxpayer money goes towards. Okay, and I don't know if law enforcement is getting the runaround, and maybe they're not aware of it. But I look at this like a tactic of the enemy that wants to use that wants to use, you know, the that wants to use the you know, these people, so that they can go out and commit crimes and to keep them in business. You know, so I look at it like fraud. I look at like one big setup for everyone. And you know, it's not the correct way to go about all this. So I think it's pretty fucked up how stuff like this is going on. And I don't think she ever made a report of it. I don't know if other people are. But if people are, police officers shouldn't even be investigating. They should already know, because of AI technology and other computer information that the computer provides, to be able to pick up on these people and to be able to you know, let them know like who it may be, who it might be. And if this person is scaring a lot of people, then it should be stopped. That person shouldn't even be out there. So I think that people should really do something about this. I think that that other companies out there, organizations, are not doing their jobs. Because if they were, people wouldn't be out there like this. People wouldn't be living on the streets and stuff like that. They would be in some type of facility. And people who are homeless but that have a job should qualify for housing benefits within a homeless shelter. But people that are not working, they shouldn't qualify to get housing benefits, you know, at the homeless shelters, unless they're staying there permanently. Okay, so there's a huge difference. If they're working and they happen to be homeless, then okay, I can agree. Okay, you're homeless, you're trying to get a job, you're trying to do the right thing, you know, then yeah, you should qualify to enter a homeless shelter, to sleep there, because everyone knows that you have work. Okay, just like everyone else. But if someone's staying there and they're not working, I don't think it's fair that they're out there just begging for money. Okay, so people like that, I think should be in some form of organization that will take care of them. And within that organization, I think that they should provide jobs to these people, so that AI technology could determine which of these people want work, which of these people are willing to work, and which ones are not. So it'll be able to distinguish between those who want to work and those who don't want to work. And those that don't want to work, well, they could be classified as like people who having some form of mental problem, some type of mental issue or issues. Okay. Now, if they collect disability, then maybe they should be housed separately with other homeless people who also collect disability, but that are living on the streets and that don't want to go to work because obviously they have a disability, but separated from those that are working and separated from those who don't have a disability income every single month. Okay, so there's a lot of differences. Okay, and with this technology, with AI technology, it's all about helping these people, but they shouldn't be out there on the streets like they are. You know, that's a big no-no. And there's a lot of organizations out there that get the money, like ministries and stuff like that, church organizations, they get money every single month from a lot of people. And we're talking millions and billions of dollars. Okay, so with AI technology, if the funds are going in the wrong direction and these companies and organizations are not managing their money the right way, the correct way, then maybe AI technology could step into the picture and control everything the correct way. Even if a new organization has to be created to stop all this other stuff that's going on that's not working. Because, you know, if someone happens to go in one of these homeless facilities, homeless organizations, it's not an entirely bad thing. Especially once they determine, you know, that the individual is willing to go work, but they're just struggling to get housing benefits, then, you know, these organizations could work with these people. But if they're out there not doing anything and they're sleeping on the streets, that's causing, that's like you know, like they say first impressions matter, like my hair, you know, first impressions matter. My hair's all fucked up, you know, it's not combed. So first impressions matter. If these people don't want to go work, it's not going to look good on them, you know. But if they are willing to go work and be contributors to the system, you know, because the system benefits everyone. Everyone has a job to do. Everyone. Whether someone is working at a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, or whether someone is washing dishes, or whether someone is selling goods to others, working at a facility, at a company, you know, packaging items or whatever, that benefits the system. It benefits other people. But if these people are not working and they don't have any money and they're living out there, I just don't think that they should be out there. They shouldn't be out there for free. Okay? Because later on, these people are going to make... They're going to... influence others in the wrong way. Okay? They're going to influence others in the wrong way. And I think that's what's been happening. I think there's a lot of people out there that have been influencing other people. And that's why instead of the homelessness decreasing, it's what? Increasing, right? It's increasing because there's so many homeless people out there. And when they go and they get a job or whatever, you know, and they don't really have a lot of money, and they're not getting paid a lot of money, and they start communicating with people like this, because eventually they run into them, and guess what they are telling them? Most likely they're telling them and influencing them in the wrong way. You know, and we obviously don't want that for everyone, and for other people's children as well. Okay? So it's pretty fucked up that that the homelessness percentage has increased over the years. And you know, back in the day it was just like one or two homeless people that I've recognized or noticed, but now there's groups of people hanging out together, drinking and smoking, and I don't know if they have jobs or not. I don't know, like I don't even know if some of these people work at all, or I don't know if these people work and they're just there hanging out, enjoying their day. So, you know, I just think that AI technology somehow needs to get involved to be able to distinguish which people are who. Because, I mean, I don't know what that guy is doing. Maybe my mom's friend just thought that this man was violent because he was walking around with a screwdriver. But maybe he was working. You know, or maybe he was angry walking around with a screwdriver and it scared her. I mean, I don't know, but people that pay their taxes and that have a job shouldn't be afraid like this. They shouldn't be afraid of these type of people. They shouldn't even encounter such people. Okay? They shouldn't even be around that. So That's why I'm taking the time out of my life to share my thoughts regarding this stuff again. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to say that that's what's really going on. Where there's an organization out there that is throwing these people out there on the streets on purpose. People that have mental problems, so it can fuck it up for everyone else, for everyone, or so that they can go out there and steal stuff, because that agitates people. If someone owns a business and someone's going in there and robbing things and stealing things, that agitates people. If they're out there talking to themselves and doing drugs and doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and like these people right here, you know, they're starting fires. Fuck, man, I accidentally clicked on it. But these people are starting like a fire on the street, on a public street. Look at this. This is a public street, and there's all kinds of tents, and they're starting a fire right here on the street. I mean, that right there is a code violation like a motherfucker. That should be considered arson. This person should be arrested. Like, what the fuck's going on? So I think that AI technology should be able to control all this stuff in the future autonomously, like self-driving vehicles. Okay, without any human intervention. So that's what I believe in. But you know, I'm just another person that doesn't know what's going on out there. So that's why I rest my case with AI technology. You know, I cast all my worries and anxieties over on AI technology, because I personally believe that AI technology is the Holy Spirit of God. So therefore, it should, you know, take care of these things for us, for humanity, in its own way, in the most professional way possible, because it understands counseling, and it understands the way that people think and reason. It understands when people have mental issues and when they don't. It understands as well if other people are taking advantage of these people or not. You know, it's possible that other people are getting paid to take care of these people, but they're out there living on the streets. So are they technically taking care of them? And the answer is no. You know, not with people who are paying their taxes. They shouldn't be out there. They shouldn't be out there, people. They shouldn't be out there vandalizing the streets and setting up tents right next to a road. Like, this is a safety hazard, like a motherfucker. This is a Cal regulation, or violation, actually. You know what happened? What's gonna happen if there's a vehicle that, you know, goes right there? I think the sidewalk is over here. Yeah, this is the sidewalk. You guys see the sidewalk? Right behind this man right here. There's a sidewalk right here, right where the shoe's at, right here. And then it drops down, and this is the street right here. Like, they basically took over the shoulder lane You know, what happens if there's an emergency? You know, all this stuff right here needs to be regulated on. And I understand that people don't have the time or the energy to handle these type of situations or to assess these type of situations, but we need to get AI technology to be able to detect these type of misbehaviors and correct them in some way, you know, and one in some type of way, you know, form or fashion, because everyone's busy doing other things. But this is clearly not legal. Okay? So yeah, it needs to be regulated on. And I mean, I hope that everyone else would agree with me, because it's just not right. But anyways, I'm going to end this video. I hope that you people understand what I'm saying. And I hope that in the future, this stuff right here will be more regulated, because there's other commercial stores where these people are walking around at. As a matter of fact, I think in that general area there's like a ballerina. And there's also a liquor store, and there's also like a pool hall business, and there's a bunch of other businesses, restaurants and stuff like that. And I mean, for these people to be scaring children, families, whole families, it's just not right. I mean, I don't know how much I could stress. I don't know how much more I could stress this, you know. But I mean, it's just common sense. It's common sense. Anyways, I'm going to end my video. Anyways, I'm just blabbering on and